All right, here I am after work on a Thursday. Premium tint and wrap. This is where I need to get my vinyl.
But we don't have this material though, you know that, right?
Yeah,
it's just complete paper, like it's vinyl.
Yeah, vinyl, yeah. So here's just a sample of matte black, like a black, because on my 6.4 the interior's original and older, so I don't. If I go super gloss, it's not gonna match. I'd rather go like this, and then I can butter it up if I want. For sure. So I called last week to this place right here on Tully where I just went right now, and they were trying to sell me car wrap, 3M car wrap, saying it's the best in the business, this and that, but I'm not wrapping a car. So he was talking about $180 for what I need. I forgot what he said, $95 a yard or something like that. I was like, what? I was like, okay. So called around right here on San Jose Avenue off of Monterey Road here in San Jose, California. They got this little hole-in-the-wall upholstery shop, and they got what I need. So $60 for, I think, what was it, a 6x4. So here we go, let's get to wrapping. So you guys, I found it right here. Perfect vinyl. I went to the wrong place earlier. This is what I need right here. What am I getting this? 6x4.5? 6x4?
It's 4.5. No, we don't make the seat.
Nice. All right, so I have it fitted. It's nice and secure. I pulled the seat forward, pulled up this black felt right here. A lot of old debris, got to protect the eyes. But back here, I want to make sure this was nice and snug right here. This fits real nice, clean, real nice. This is all in the brackets sitting in there. Really nice here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pull this back and I'm gonna trace these out. Okay? So I can get ready to cut. There's one. We'll get these other two right now. Hold on, stop. So I reevaluated the situation. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out a rectangle, keep it one piece. So if I ever wanna go ahead and take the 6x9s out in the back, I can go ahead and take the piece that I saved, put it back in, tack it, weld it back up, grind it down a little bit, smoothen it out, and it'll be like I never cut it. Have the original grooves and things like that back there, and it just gives me a peace of mind. I do not like cutting into my car, but I gotta have my audio. So instead of cutting out the holes for the speakers, I'm cutting out one piece, saving it, that I can go back and tack it in later if I want to. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna keep this felt on. There it is, you guys. We're to the other side now. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to do the upholstery on this wood. Super hot back here. All right, so here's my vinyl that I'm gonna wrap the wood with. This is what the upholstery shop had, the only thing they had. So it's close enough. I wanted to go more matte, but this is a little bit more of a gloss. This should work fine. It's not too far off. It's gonna look good. Let's get to it. So I'm gonna lay my vinyl down. I'm gonna go ahead and cut enough stock out so that I can wrap it about 1.5 inches around the back, and then I'm going to go ahead and staple it and then cut it out. I'm gonna get my staples in, so I'm gonna make sure we're snug. So on and so forth. Right. So it's stapled and wrapped. I'll cut some of this excess off right here. I flipped the template around so that, because the wood kind of bowed the opposite way, so this way it's going to flip around, it's going to go the opposite way, and with gravity it'll pull itself down with the speakers and lay flush back there. But overall, I'm happy with it. Came out good. With a little bit of heat, it'll start to flex a little bit. I'll take care of that right there, that little ripple. Take care of that. Looks good from the outside too, you guys. Beautiful. That's exactly what I was shooting for. I kept the black felt underneath here as well and kept it wrapped before I put this template over, because I knew there would be gaps and I didn't want there to be, you know, old paint or metal showing. So it's just rubber seal, and then you got that felt with the template wrapped. Looks really clean, you guys. Look at that, it sits right in there, nice and neat. Look at that. Now all I gotta do is cut these out and drop my speakers in. Fits perfect. All right, you guys, so I already got some solder here on the speaker wire, on the speaker terminals here, and I'm gonna put some solder on the speaker wires, so when I marry them together, there's enough solder on there so that they'll attach and be snug. All right, one speaker down, nice and soldered. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other three, and then I'm gonna go ahead and install them, and then I will set them in the car. All right, one installed, got three more to go. So this gets kind of close to the Allen when I use the drill, so I don't want to strip it out and I don't want to make any marks, so I'm going to go ahead and use an Allen wrench and snug these down. But there it is, you guys. All right, ready for install after I tighten these other speakers down. All right, finally installed. There they are. Nice. Looks good from the back. Got my wires just hanging out for the amplifier. Perfect. Looks good, you guys. The seat right here has a little bend to it and goes up and goes back down, but it's actually flush on the back here. Maybe I could straighten the seat out, make it look a little better, but I mean, we're talking about a 6-year-old car, you guys. Overall, it looks good. Now I gotta take this instrument cluster out and unbolt it, remove it, and then make the fitment for my dash harness, and then figure out where I'm gonna put this at. Let's go. So I gotta remove these gauges. Took this one off already. I gotta remove these to be able to mock up my the under dash console. So I gotta take this off. I'm hoping that I can mount this right underneath the console, so I have my gauges, console, screen. We'll see how that goes. I might have to relocate. But we'll see right now. Super hot, you guys. Man. Okay, so this has a bracket behind it. Just comes out. I'll put this face up. Pull this out. Let that just hang. And then this has 2 bolts behind it, so let's get those. All right, you guys, finally got that installed. It's a trip because I had bought one of these at Guru's and somehow I cracked it, so I had to go online and order another one, shave it down right here, make sure this fits in here, put these teeth in so this doesn't come out once I clip it in. But I didn't know if it was going to work or not, and here it is. It's in there, sturdy. I'll clean up the wires from behind, but I didn't know if the gauges were going to be able to fit underneath there and have clearance, but it does. So now I'm ready to do wiring, start the kick panels, and start to do a little bit more soldering. And I'll go from the front of the battery to the mid, and then start to the back, and then I'll start to tuck wires once I get everything all squared away and buttoned up. All right, let's get started. All right, so when I would be younger, OG a long time ago on my block showed me how to hook up beat, and I used to hook it up on lowrider bikes back in the day, early 90s. But this is simple right here. Your speaker wires, of course, your RCA is going to be on the other harness, but I got these twisted together right here. This is going to be your yellow and red power, and your ignition, your fuse and battery, and then you got your black is your ground. So it's just all you need to do is hook this up and this up to power and ground, and that will power up your deck. And then the remote wire will obviously go to the deck to send a signal, or to the amplifier to send a signal, and RCA's also as well. All right, let's go. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and run my power line through the firewall, which, because I already have different things hooked up through the firewall. I'm gonna run that around here to the battery, tie that in, and that's gonna go to the power for my deck. So what I'm gonna do right here is I'm just gonna tie these together, because they got to be married together. These are two sets of RCA jacks, and these are gonna go back to the back of the deck, straight back to the amp. So looking over at the manual on this deck right here, definitely need to have a sit down setting and put this all together. There's a lot of moving parts to it, and thought I'll just bring it home and then take it back to the garage when I'm done. But let's put it together. So you got to go ahead and cut around this. Well, this is one of the reasons why I bought this deck, is because I want it to be able to come out. So factory it comes flush mount, but you can move it by undoing these 4 bolts. So now it sticks out from being flush all the way out here. Plus you have this right here. It's gonna stick out that far from where I mount it. It's gonna pass the dash perfectly. There it is, ready for install. All right, so I'm gonna be putting these wires towards the back of the deck, getting ready to solder and connect. So I got my diagrams right here for everything I'm gonna need, right up in here, and let's go. All right, so if you think you're having a bad day, look at my day. All these wires. So right now, I gotta solder all the wires together. I just wanted to make sure everything was running right. I twisted the wires together and used electrical tape. I'm gonna remove one by one and solder each wire, and then put the shrink tube around it. And right here, these RCAs for some reason don't tell me left to right, positive or negative, so I need to find out which one is positive and negative, and then go ahead and mark it and follow that line all the way to the back and mark that, so I'll know where to put my RCAs to the back of my amp so that they're hooked up correctly. All right, so I got the power to the amplifier ran through here. I don't want to drill no holes in the firewall, so I found a little escape right here. I'm gonna come in through the door right here, come through here through this kick panel, and then I'm gonna go ahead and run it and tuck it all the way through here straight to the back. Boom, there it is. Damn. I don't want to take that off. Ooh, it's touch. Ooh. All right. Let's take that off. All right. Here we go. And that's cool. I can see my gauges still once that thing sits back. Equalizer. That's dope. Let's go back. Let me hook up a speaker and see what it sounds like. Hold on a second. I had it playing right now. Super dope. Add on some E40 real quick. It's a lot of work, you guys. I'm gonna have to call it a day. Come back to it next weekend. All right, let's wrap this up.